to go down and really the story of the game.
What was most disturbing to me was they didn't have a backup plan, right? The threes aren't falling. What do you do next?
And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
Passes it to Avdia. The Lakers with the rebound. This their first look at this year's Washington squad.
Yeah, and they swept this matchup the 2 times they played last year. They held the advantage on paper and on the court.
Well, a year ago, there was a big gap in talent between the two teams. But changes are always made, and we'll see how they match up this time around.
Here's Kuzma. After D'Angelo Russell's bucket, Kuzma passes to Gafford. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
And the Wizards with possession. Shot clock at 5. The 3 from Poole. Hits it from three-point range.
Right, if you're DeLon Wright, you've got to be willing to set your teammates up. What a pass, on time, on target.
And Doris, what would you say has to happen for the Wizards to take that next step?
I think one of the things that's absolutely key to an organization's success is being able to make the right selections with their draft picks. It's not easy, it's not an exact science, but it's been problematic for this organization in the past. That has got to change.
Here's Gafford. He's coming off a 13-point game against Miami.
Well, in addition to the scoring, he found ways to initiate contact from the defense and get himself to the line. The defense clearly frustrated trying to get a way to stop him.
Making the most of the screen, that's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Here is Russell after the basket by Washington. Avdia with it, picked up by Davis, and Davis sends it back.
At this point, finding blocks comes naturally for AD. He just anticipates and attacks the basketball.
James looking it over. Wood. And finished off by Wood.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability. And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, you like to see D'Angelo Russell work his way to the inside. Proves he has some touch in the paint.
Wright finds Kuzma. Fires from the line. And James pulls it down. Lakers trail by 3. Inside, knocked away, stolen by Avdia. The wide open look here for Kuzma. Off target from outside. LeBron outside. The Lakers moving the ball around. And Davis throws it down.
And we've seen this movie before. Davis moves with authority and attacks the rim.
Right with it. He's picked up by Russell. Kuzma, a good look. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
And the dunk by Hachimura.
When Russell gets his teammates involved, it makes this entire team better, and it'll make him more effective at the point position.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. And we've got a lineup change here for the Lakers. Then for the Wizards, Gallinari, he's checked in for Avdia. Corey Kispert comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Jones subbed in for Wright. 1:22 left to play here in the first. And here's Poole for 3. Lakers with the rebound. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
You know what? There was a lot of standing around in that basketball game. Failing to move bodies and failing to move the basketball is a bad formula.
Now here's Jones. He's coming off a 10-point game against Miami. From the low block, that one goes. Count it. Poole's got 7 points.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Gallinari with the screen for Poole. The tray, and there's Gallinari on the assist from Poole.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Hayes, no good.
Well, this is how you shut him down. A tremendous contest against a very skilled player.
Prince outside, and he banks in the layup.
High activity, challenging the heart of the defense. Taurean Prince is not afraid to mix it up.
And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Los Angeles on top. They're up by 1. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
So on the floor for Washington, Kispert is out there with Tyus Jones. Then there's Gallinari. Then it's Mike Muscala, and it's Kuzma in at the 3 spot. And that one drops.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And the call will be against Gabe Vincent. That is his first foul of the game. Wizards making a switch here. Gibson's checked in. On the wing, Jones. In the corner, Gibson with it. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Gibson's got his first 3 points of the game.
It doesn't take a ton of time for Gibson to get that shot off. I love how aggressive he's pulling the trigger.
And Prince with the jam.
Solid, just no messing around there. Got to the rack and punched it.
Beautiful jam. Fairly well defended, GA, but I guess not well enough. Kispert kicks to Jones. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Well, Taj Gibson, a terrific athlete, easily gets off the floor to finish with authority.
Greg, looking at the history of the Lakers, they always feel they're a title contender.
And they've been to the finals in every decade. Their longest championship drought in L.A., just 12 years. So, to me, the best franchise in NBA history.
Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Jones. Here's Prince. Rebounded by the Wizards.
You will have to finish harder than that if you want to convert into traffic.
And there is a whistle, and that's going to go on Jackson Hayes. That is his first foul of the game. Landry Shamet's checked in for the Wizards. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Jordan Poole has more freedom to create than ever before. He said there's a small group of people who get that chance. You have to make the most of your opportunity and put yourself in position to be successful. I never want any moment to be too big. Kevin, the ball is in his court now.
Yep, just the way he wants it. All right, D.A., thanks so much. Washington making some changes. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Gallinari. Avdia comes in for Kispert. And it's DeLon Wright in for Landry Shamet. Now the pass to Avdia. Kuzma against James. And Kuzma slams it in.
Throw down from Kyle Kuzma, a level of aggression.
James in the high post. And finished off by LeBron.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Out to the wing. Here's Kuzma. A three-pointer off the mark. Lakers leading by 6. To the middle. Kuzma with the defensive effort.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Corey Kispert's checked in for Washington. Poole comes in for Tyus Jones, and the Lakers decide to take their first timeout here.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Welcome to the floor, the legendary.
And a look at the recent power rankings. Some interesting stories here in the early part of December. You look at Memphis. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And when you look at the Lakers, they're moving in the wrong direction. The good news, though, it's still early in the season. A lot of games left to be played. Plenty of time to turn things around.
Well, the basketball IQ of LeBron James is off the charts. So adept at finding ways to get to the line.
One thing you hear nowadays, Doris, is that there's not enough defense. Do you agree with that?
I don't in this way, Kevin. I believe we must redefine what quality defense looks like. The floor is so spread, the skill level and shot making so high that I think it is much more difficult to guard in today's NBA.
Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Kispert wide open, he fires. Hachimura grabs the miss.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
And finished off by Davis.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Gafford passes to Wright. Gafford is screen on Russell. And Wright kicks to Poole. From outside the arc, it's hauled in by Los Angeles. James has got 4 rebounds in this game. Stolen by Avdia. The feed to Wright. And the rejection by James.
That size and length and strength, LeBron, a tough one to try to shoot over.
And it's slammed in by Davis.
Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that
A
dunk?
nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Washington calls timeout. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Corey Kispert. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at Washington. They're still struggling, trying to string something together, getting a lot of wins. The competition, though, so tough. Wright, the pass to Poole. Wright with a screen on Hachimura. And Poole gets it to go.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Here's Hachimura. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Wright, the pass to Kuzma. Wright with a screen on LeBron. 6 on the shot clock. And the wide open shot from Avdia. No good from outside.
That's not his spot, but given the lack of defense, you'd like to see him knock that one down.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
That will be a jump ball.
And now running up the court, Avdia pushing it up. Throws it down despite the man right in his face. A chance here for a 3-point play.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
3-pointer right. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And a huge 3 there to chop the lead down as we go into the break. Still anyone's game.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Lakers lead by 2. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by court. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of action following halftime.
Welcome, everybody. The Washington Wizards in our featured matchup, and what a competitive half it's been.
Right now, it's about the lack of defense, or lack thereof, giving up too many wide open looks. I'm not seeing any heart or any hustle.
Okay, and now let's... And that about wraps it up.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first,